Imagine that today you manage your IP addressing in Excel document or spreadsheet. So, for example, you have multiple tabs. You have one for the overall scheme. Then you have specific tabs for your data center, for your branch allocations. Then we look at how you map your IPs, blocks, or prefixes to your VLANs. Then how you assign IPs to your branches. I mean, it would be very difficult to keep this document up to date and consistent all the time. Even if for some reason you manage to keep this up to date, how do we generate meaningful insight from this? For example, what is the IP usage in our production web server subnet? How many IPs do we have? How more web servers can we have? What about our out-of-band network? How many more IPs do we have? What about our Kumasi branch? Which part of our network are we overutilizing or underutilizing IP addresses? Where do we need to scale? It will be very difficult to generate those kinds of insight from this document. But why go through this pain when we can have all of these data in NetBox and be able to generate some of these insights from NetBox? Or even if you want, integrate NetBox with other tools like Grafana and visualize this data alongside other kinds of data. That is exactly what we are doing today, not the Grafana part. That will come later. But for today, we are importing all of our IP-related data into NetBox. So all the data that we see in these multiple tabs will import all of that into NetBox. Our reference architecture or topology is that of Velox Bank. In our previous video, we modeled our layer 2 information, which is the VLAN data, into NetBox. Today, we are focused on getting our layer 3 information in NetBox. So if we come to NetBox, we have IP addresses, prefixes, aggregates, ASNs. We're not doing BGP now. So these are the key elements that we would model and update NetBox with. So let's go back to our Excel document and see what we have there. If we look at our Import Prefixes tab, we have a number of prefixes. Recall, the 10.0.0.0/8 is our aggregate, that is the role, and we've already populated NetBox with these roles. Then we subnetted this /8 into /16s and give the first /16 to our data center. So this is scoped to our data center. Then from this 10.0.0.0/16, we had a number of subnets or networks for our data center network. So we have 3 blocks for our server network: production servers, app servers, database servers, and we have other blocks for storage. And we are mapping these to the VLANs that we created in our previous video. Then we take the second /16 when we subnetted the /8 and we reserve this for our branches. So this will be the branch pool. So we are seeing that for status, we have active and we have a container here. What does the container mean? We'll get to it. Then we took the /16, subnetted this into /22s, and we gave the first /22 to our Kumasi branch. So we have these specific subnets, each one for our 4 network domains: user, voice, infrastructure, Wi-Fi. Then the 10.1.4.0/22 was for Tamale branch. Same template like our Kumasi branch. 4 subnets mapped to our 4 VLANs. Same for our Cape Coast branch And we have reservations /22s for our other branches. This makes sense, right? So this would be a prefix. Recall the prefixes would be the network or the subnet. Then we can allocate specific IPs from these prefixes to various elements within our network, and we call those IP addresses. So let's look at our IP address assignment. If we go back to the prefixes in Kumasi, we see that we have 10.1.0.0/22 assigned, and we have 4 subnets created from this. One of those subnets is 10.1.2.0/24, which is for infrastructure, network domain, or subnet mapped to VLAN 30. In our IP addressing scheme, we have a couple of IPs assigned from that prefix or that subnet: 10.1.2.1, 2.2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, and these are assigned to elements within our network infrastructure: routers, switches, access points. Then, if we come back to Kumasi, for example, the very first subnet we have in Kumasi, which is 10.1.0.0/24, is assigned to our user network. We allocate an IP address from that for the gateway. Same for the voice network. And last, we do same for the guest Wi-Fi. So this ends the allocations in Kumasi, and we follow a similar structure for allocations in Tamale. And in our Accra DC, we do some allocations for our core network devices. I hope this makes sense. Prefixes, IP addresses, as it relates to this infrastructure. Before we can even add these prefixes, we need to define our aggregate. So let's do that. Aggregate. But before we define the aggregate, we need to first create a regional internet registry. Typically, you would need this for your public IPs, right? But in our case, we are modeling for our private IPs. So we still add one, and we call this RFC 1918. We have a slide, and we check this box to say that IP space managed by this is considered private. Well, it is private. So we create. Now we've created our regional internet registry, which is for our private IP space, but there are no aggregates in it. So we can come here and add aggregate. So we click add, then the first aggregate would add would be 10.0.0.0/8. We select our internet registry. We can check when we added this description. Let's say we add our tenancy, and let's create another. Let's add the other two. So 172.16.0.0/12. Same thing, basically. Then we create another, which will be 192.168.0.0/16. Then we create. So when we go back to our aggregates, we have 3 aggregates now. Utilization 0, because we've not done any allocations from these aggregates. All that we've done is just create them. So what do we do next? We can add our prefixes. If we go back to this, top level aggregate, second level, we can add our prefixes. And the prefixes, we can have subnets out of those prefixes. Put in another way, we can have parent and child prefixes. So for example, 10.1.0.0/22 will be a child prefix of 10.1.0.0/16. Same way, 10.1.0.0/24 will be a child prefix of this parent prefix. So we can build that relationship. So let's go to NetBox. We'll do an import for our prefixes. We are importing these prefixes. So we upload a file, we choose a file, prefixes, we open and submit. So we have 86 prefixes imported into NetBox. Now, we have the state active, reserved, and there is one container. But if you look at this carefully, we see that the container is 100% utilized, whereas the active ones are 0. Now, the container, as the name implies, is a way to logically group and reserve address space without assigning it directly to devices or interfaces. So the container, think of this on its own as a parent or aggregate address space. We can't have IP addresses directly assigned from this container block to interfaces, but we can assign IPs from the subnets or networks or child prefixes under the container. If we set the status of a block to container, in terms of how NetBox visualizes its utilization is different from active. The container, we can assign blocks from it, right? But so far as we've done allocations from this container, we consider the container as being utilized. In our case, the 10.1.0.0/16 was reserved for our branches, and we subnetted and created subnet 64 of them that covers this entire 10.1.0.0/16 block. What this means is that our container will show 100% utilized. In other words, we fully allocated this, right? But the subnet under it, for example, the one in Kumasi, is active. We've not allocated any IP addresses from this, so it shows us 0.0% utilized. But we see that in Kumasi, we have the 4 subnets that we created. Then we had the subnet for Tamale. We have the 4 subnets in there. So this is a better way to actually document our network infrastructure. We can easily visualize how our prefixes are interrelated, how they map to VLANs, and how we are utilizing them. Now that we have our prefixes imported, we can import our IP addresses. So we go to import, upload file, we import, we choose IP addresses, we open, and we import. So we've imported all our 22 IP addresses across Kumasi, Tamale, and our Accra DC. Now, all of these look like a lot of information, but all of this makes sense if we zoom into the various site. For example, if you go to sites and we look at our Accra DC, we have related objects to that site, and we have prefixes. So if you look at the prefixes in Accra DC, we have 10.0.0.0/16, which is the block we assign to Accra DC here, and we have the subnet that we created from it, which would be the child prefixes. We assigned IPs to the block 10.0.50.0/24, which is for our core network equipment, playing the role of infrastructure. So we can delve into that, and we see that we have some IP addresses within that block. If we look at our Kumasi DC, for example, we can also see the prefixes that we have, which is the /22 and the first subnet that we created from our /22. We have the infrastructure subnet 10.1.2.0, which is 2.8% utilized because it has these child prefixes in it. So there you go. We have our IP address information beginning from the prefixes and the specific IP address assignment modeled and updated into NetBox. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thank you.